So what do the Bolts need to do ultimately here, Geoff, in Game 4 to tie up this series?
I mean, I think for them, like the big thing is like they got to get to Shesterkin early. Like they finally grabbed a win. Obviously, their streak was broken, but the big thing for them is if they can just rock this guy a little bit this game, I think that's really going to change the tone of the series. And I think that like they were kind of on the cusp of doing it in Game 3, but again, like Kucherov was all over the place. But if some of these other Tampa Bay guys get going too, like that could really crack the confidence. So it sounds very easy, but basically, what the Lightning need is just scoring from different people, like somebody down the lineup for Tampa needs to just do something just to get this thing going. And I think once that happens, there's a very good chance that it's going to lead to like an avalanche of goals. So I think Tampa just needs a little bit more help down the lineup. Kucherov, Stamkos have been fine. They've actually been pretty hard to stop for the Rangers. They've just kind of been lucky that they haven't been going off every game that the Rangers have been. So I think Tampa just needs like one of those guys just to come through with a decent effort, get things going. And, they could be well on their way.
Good pun, but we're not on the Avs yet, Moose. Paul, last thing here on this series, obviously, are you on board with what Geoff talked about? More from the role players, more balanced attack?
I just think if Tampa starts the game the way they finished the last 2 periods of Game 3, they'll be just fine. Look at Shesterkin has been on out of his mind in the last eight or 9 games. In fact, his save percentage is over 93.5% in 8 of his last 9 starts. That's an incredible streak, and it's on him to continue that to give the Rangers a chance. And so that kind of stretch, it also has to end. People talked about the 18-0 after coming off a loss for Tampa. That ended. And so this streak that Shesterkin is on could also end. They're asking a lot of him to continue at this record clip of his, and that's just to keep them in the hunt. I think anything less than that stellar effort, and Tampa may run them out of the rink.